Hello, I want to talk to you about attracting others. A lot of people would like to be able to do that, and frankly, they don't know how, and they don't even know where to start. We all like to attract other people into our life that are meaningful to us, and we want to do it in such a way it's natural, it's not phony. We don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on clothes and fancy cars and flash our abilities, our money, our strength, our power, or attitude, or whatever you may think you'd want to use to maybe attract people to you. Toss it all out. That's all materialist nonsense. And it's the tinkling of brass and the banging on a drum. It means nothing. Okay? We have a hypnotic program here, hypnosis, that attracts others. In other words, it attracts others to you because of the way you are around them. Have you ever gone into a room with some people in it, and for some reason you feel good there? It's like you're supposed to be there, and the people you're talking to are just very charming. You're attracted to them. You want to kind of sit with them and listen to them and share with them. And then on the other hand, I'm sure you've walked into a room and you felt like, I don't belong here. Something doesn't feel good. And you look at people and they look back at you, and they almost, you don't want to sit with them. You don't know why, but there's something not right, and you just soon go and leave. We all have had those situations. But what's really going on is the subconscious mind, again, beneath conscious mind, cannot think logically. And based on the programs that are put in it is what it leans on for a lot of your behavior. Again, like if you tie your shoes, you don't think about it. You just tie them. That's subconscious mind tying shoes. You do a lot of things, about 90% of the things, in fact, during the day you do subconsciously. You respond accordingly, usually the same way, under the same circumstances, every time. And there's nothing wrong with that. That way you don't have to use your conscious mind very much, except for stuff that really requires deep thought, especially if it's original thought. So that's why we call your conscious mind your thinker. Your subconscious mind is your doer that does things for you automatically. And remember, it cannot make 2 and 2 come up with 4. Your subconscious mind doesn't know how to do anything logically. It's incapable of logic. Only your conscious mind is logical. But most of the stuff we have in our subconscious mind is logical because it was logical to begin with when it came in there, and stays that way and works for you that way. How to tie your shoes, how to drive a car, how to sign your name without thinking. You just do it. You're signing your name subconsciously. You're not thinking, I got to go up, and then we do this, and we draw a circle. You don't do that. That's conscious thinking. It's subconscious, boom, done, right? Well, in this case here, how do you attract other people to you? Well, let's do it subconsciously. So it's rather automatic. You're not putting on airs. You're not being phony. You're being really who you really are. It brings the best out of you that is programmed into your subconscious mind, the good stuff you have in there. And it avoids the bad stuff. It doesn't let that out. So it's got 2 playpens, one for the bad stuff and one for the good stuff, sitting in subconscious mind. The program says, okay, we're going to let these little kids out of here, out of this playpen over here, and have fun. They're good, nice kids. We're going to keep these really kids out of the way. Throw a blanket on them, cover them up, let them go to sleep. They're done. But we're going to let the other kids out to play. We're going to let you out to play. We're going to have you out there to attract others in such a way it's meaningful, it's dignified, it's natural, it's who you really are. You see, when people really get to know you, and really know you, understand you, feel what you feel, think what you've been thinking, know where you've been, and really are clearly aware of where you're coming from. These people really feel good around you. Even though some of this stuff is kind of undesirable, you bring up some problems, but they have problems too they can relate to because they have the same problem. Birds of a feather stick together. We're going to make you come out with the best of you, which will bring out the best in other people. So when you're in a position where you're behaving and naturally behaving, it's a wanna, not a gotta. You don't work at it, it's just natural. And people see that the way you are. They want to kind of snuggle up near you. They're taking it in, they like it, and it allows them to be that way with you. And the next thing you know, you got some beautiful people around you because you're beautiful to them. Not in appearance. We have very little control over how we really look. But personality, what you are, what makes you who and what you are, your mind matrix, everything that makes you a spirit, a person, a biped intelligent animal, but a beautiful animal. at this level. Later, you'll cease being an animal as you progress on. And your spirit will grow. Right here, it starts here by being natural. So many people are afraid of being natural. They think, oh my gosh, if I was that way, they'd think I was... No, be natural. This is what other people want. So it allows them to be natural with you. Be honest. Be ethical. It's okay if you're intelligent. It's okay to let people you know things. You don't have to dumb it down. And it's okay to be where you don't know a lot, but you feel useful. You have something to contribute. Just the fact you're there is good enough. There's no excuse. There's none to say there's something wrong with you. It's okay, because everybody else is okay. We're going to put you in that state, and you'll attract others, all right? You'll be making some delightful changes in your behavior, which I think you'll be aware of them. You say, well, why? Where'd that come from? That's from the hypnosis. But you're going to like it. And it's a wanna and not a gotta. Remember, anything that's done to you in hypnosis, you can immediately reject. You'll come out of hypnosis just like that. So, I don't want to do that. That never happens to us, because we're not going to have you doing anything that any normal, reasonable, intelligent human being would reject. We're not going to make you behave in a manner you think is not the way you should be. The behavior is going to come from you, what you believe is right. It's going to be your idea. The difference is we're going to have you doing it, because it's a wanna and not a gotta, because it seems natural. It just seems the right way to do it for you, and that's the way you'll be. It's very subtle, but it's powerful. All right, with that, if you have any questions, I'm Dr. Dean. You can see me at the top of the page. Talk to the doc. Call me between Monday through Saturday, anytime between 9 and 6 Mountain Time. And I'll be happy to chat with you about hypnotherapy of this session. If you have any questions, feel free to call. I'm your doctor. Cost you nothing. When you use this session, give it a try. Complete it. And just see how good you feel, how being around others, you'll notice people are getting closer to you. They start talking to you. You notice how you start a conversation, you ask a few questions, they just sort of abruptly answer them, and then that's the end of the conversation. Now you can start a conversation, and they will come back and continue to flow with you until it becomes a two-way street, and you're learning about each other, you're enjoying each other, you're sharing, and you're finding out how much you have in common with each other. Friendships will grow very, very easily having that program in you, and it's really a good idea to have it. Well, with that said, have a good day. I'll be talking to you later.